All right, welcome everybody to Severe Weather Update. It is Tuesday at about 5 o'clock p.m. It is February the 15th. I'm giving an update for severe weather that's going to be possible very early Thursday morning. I'm going to try to make these updates quicker than my previous ones, so let's get started. This is the surface map you're seeing on the screen from the National Weather Service, valid from Wednesday 7 a.m. through Thursday at 7 a.m. But the yellow area on here for severe weather really is going to be for Thursday morning from about 1 a.m. till about 7 a.m. So if you look on this map here, this yellow area is severe thunderstorms possible, but you cannot rule out tornadoes anytime severe weather is moving through the Midwest at this time of year. So if you live in Oklahoma, basically anywhere in Oklahoma, northern Texas, eastern portions of Arkansas, and extreme northwest portions of Louisiana, you want to be on the lookout before you go to sleep on Thursday night. Set your NOAA weather radio in case tornado warnings or severe thunderstorm warnings are issued and you can get to a safe place. I'm trying to give advance warning here. So this is not for today, it's not for tomorrow, it's for tomorrow night and into Thursday morning. And then that severe weather threat moves a little bit to the east. So let's let me use the surface map first. As you can see, the surface map here, it moves the threat into Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Tennessee, and portions of Alabama. And that's going to be later on the day on Thursday. So now let's go to where I was going to go to a second ago. And that is, sorry about that, getting used to doing this. This is the Storm Prediction Center's Convective Outlook. And as you can see on Thursday morning, it shows a slight risk of severe weather, basically in the area I had already outlined, which is almost all of Oklahoma and northern parts of Texas, as well as parts of Arkansas. The slight, anytime it's yellow, even though it says slight, that means you really need to be on the lookout. Slight or higher, obviously enhanced, moderate, or high, certainly want to be on the lookout for tornadoes and severe weather. But we've seen, even when there's a marginal risk in the dark green, tornadic activity recently in Florida and in other areas where really the severe weather threat was not that high, but tornadoes still popped up. So there are some populated areas in this area, including Oklahoma City, and it's going to be occurring during the night, and that's very important because people are not awake, not going to be watching YouTube, but they can put their NOAA weather radio alert on so that it wakes them up only in the event of a severe thunderstorm warning, or more importantly, a tornado warning, which you never know. It could be a bad tornado. You need to get to your shelter, to your basement, or to your interior room. And that's when the worst situations occur with tornadoes, or ones that happen in the middle of the night and people are sleeping. All right, let's move a little quicker here. And I want to show you what the radar actually looks like. This is from about 3:50 a.m. When the severe weather threat looks like it's about the strongest. And you can see this radar. I'm going to show a video of this radar. But Oklahoma City a little earlier than this, and then through places like Stroud, Tulsa, Seminole, Ada, Muskogee. These are areas that potentially could be hit by a line of severe weather very early in the morning on Thursday. And I'm going to go forward a little bit further. By about 6:43 a.m., that moves to the east, Kansas City, Missouri, or Kansas City, Kansas. And then further south, Joplin, Fayetteville, Fort Smith. That line of severe weather will be moving further to the east into the Arkansas area and into portions of Tennessee, Missouri, etc. But the threat for Oklahoma subsides at that point. And then later in the day, I don't have the radar set up, but it's going to continue to move to the east, and Mississippi, Alabama needs to be on the lookout for severe weather. So let's again look at, and I think I showed you this, but it does move the severe weather outlook from the National Storm Prediction Center moves into the Arkansas, Tennessee, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi area. All right, now let's look at the actual models which predict this severe weather. And this is the Namm model. And as you can see right now, not a whole lot going on, but as you move into hour 18, we're talking about Wednesday morning. Then as we go through and get into Thursday at 6Z, which is about midnight on Wednesday night, Thursday morning, you can see right there, that's, I can move back, whoops. Let's just do it this way. Right about there in central Oklahoma, we're seeing the line of storms starting to form and the sleet and snow north of there. But that low pressure system is directly in the center of Oklahoma. That's at around 9Z. That's about 2 a.m. That's why I say in the middle of the night, you're going to have to be very, very cautious and prepared if you live in Oklahoma for a possibility of severe weather. And that by 12Z, it's moving off to the east. And then by 15Z, again, you subtract about 6 hours, I believe, to get to Eastern time. So we're talking about by 11 a.m. noon, it's moving into the Arkansas, Missouri, Louisiana area. And then I'll just follow that all the way through. Another model that's useful is the Sig Tor model. This is also a Namm model. And let's move that forward. And as we get into, there you go, right there. Let's go back one. Again, around 6Z, that's around midnight, Wednesday night, Thursday morning. You're starting to see some color here. It's not extreme, but once you start getting into the blues, you're talking about a moderate or slight risk of severe weather. And if we continue moving this, remove my highlighting, you can see it moves by around 2 o'clock in the morning. Right there is where the Sig Tor model, or significant tornado parameter model, shows a risk of severe weather. And you see it even blue right there in the middle. So, I mean, based on this model, that's the area you really want to focus on, right there. But anywhere in this area, we could see severe weather. But it's right on the border of Oklahoma and Arkansas where the modeling sees the greatest risk of possibly tornadoes. I mean, this is a tornado parameter, so even though the Outlook only uses the word severe thunderstorm, I would not be surprised if the Storm Prediction Center, before you go to sleep on Thursday, issues a tornado watch, for this entire area. But right there on that Four Corners area between Nebraska, no, that's not Nebraska, I'm sorry, Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas certainly needs to be on the lookout for severe weather. All right, that's my update for now, and I'm not going to be live streaming. I don't think anything is going to change significantly, but if it does, I will give another update. I'm sure there will be a lot of YouTubers and storm chasers out at this time, even though it's going to be during the night. But keep an eye out on YouTube. Keep an eye out for NOAA Weather Radio and your local weather authority for updates and more information about this potential severe weather threat upcoming. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye.